So now they're threatening voters with crimes that don't exist just for voting. Because that's what's happening in Missouri right now, where the Secretary of State is threatening voters who participated in a referendum with a misdemeanor election offense. Does it sound like a made-up charge? That's because it is. But let's go in order. And by the way, I broke all of this down in my Substack, so if you want to read more and get the receipts, you can find them there. So Missouri lawmakers did what Texas has already done, and at the request of Trump, they decided to redraw congressional district maps to split black communities apart and give the GOP more seats. Except the Missouri Constitution allows citizens to gather enough signatures and call a referendum to block a law that they don't like. And it's not unusual for them to do so. They've done the exact same thing in 2018. Anyway, Missourians gathered almost enough signatures to block the law, but that's when the state freaked out and sent this guy. And I don't mean to scare you, but this is what it looks like up close. His name is Denny Hoskins. He's the Secretary of State, to announce that those signatures were invalid and constituted a misdemeanor. The only problem? This is a completely made-up statement. There is no law on the books in Missouri that makes any of this a misdemeanor. And in fact, the Missouri Supreme Court had previously made it clear that circulations of signatures for a referendum cannot be constrained through authorization. And if you want to learn more about that case, you can find it on my Substack. The reality is that both Hoskins and the state of Missouri are simply trying to intimidate voters into not signing the petition in an attempt to run out the clock and force the referendum to fail. It's not even a legal move. It's an unacceptable abuse of power that uses the threat of punishment by the state to prevent the people's ability to exercise their constitutional right. It's the state of Missouri unable to convince the people to be silenced, and so now it tries to force them into submission through threats. It's a page right out of history books, and that should tell you all you need to know about today's GOP.